So, Startupbootcamp FinTech, we see quite a few trends happening around the world, and especially in London. What we don't want to see at the moment are mobile wallets and financial personal managers, which we don't think are anymore trendy. But indeed, we are looking at cryptocurrencies a lot, not just Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a hype, and we believe in the blockchain, the technology behind cryptocurrencies and behind Bitcoin, where we see a lot of interesting things are happening. Also financial inclusion, or we call it banking the unbanked, where we see many solutions coming up in Africa and India, including people in the whole banking system. Efficiency gain solutions are really interesting. And then also finally securities, authentication, fraud, identification of people, how to use technologies the best. Definitely you want to see innovative payment solutions, as it is PayExpo, which means also again through the blockchain. We just had a hackathon last weekend where the topic was about redesigning the payment infrastructure, and the winning team was actually a team using the blockchain, using the new APIs of cryptocurrency solutions. So the merchant customer experience through the blockchain would be interesting for us. Also, we like to see startups where where they eliminate the card payments. So what would you use instead of American Express, MasterCard and Visa? Our partner of Startupbootcamp FinTech, MasterCard, is also highly interested in this, obviously. Then something new is coming up, and I would like to see something, is payments through wearables. How can you use, for example, Google Glass or other technologies that actually are attached to your body to do payments? And obviously the whole social network payments. Facebook just announced yesterday that it's possible now to store money on your Facebook account and to pay other Facebook users through social networks. I certainly see new demographics coming to the whole startup fintech community. One of them are certainly young people who are just, as I said, used to digital solutions. It's all based on technology. You're growing up these days with so many different kind of technologies around you, and it's easier than before to start your own company, all the support that is out there. So the typical student in the garage is, I guess, a good example where things are happening and possible easier than before. But also in the fintech space, actually, we see that many experienced people, like who worked in a bank for 15 years, they know the problem now, and they want to kind of jump off the corporate train and start their own venture, because they see that it is possible now these days to really get it done out there by yourself. So financial industry is helping the startups, and that's why I'm saying kind of focusing again on the fintech space a lot. So in recent years, I mean, London is the #1 hotspot for fintech at the moment worldwide. In recent years, you see many different kind of communities and networks coming up to support the innovation in fintech. There has just been a launch event, our launch event last Thursday here in Kit Malthouse, the Deputy Mayor of London for Enterprise and Businesses, said that actually still London needs to do more to support the fintech entrepreneur, because otherwise London as a city wouldn't survive in the new kind of dynamics of the world, where financial services is obviously the majority here in London, and it would be great to do even more support innovation in this space to survive the other major trends worldwide. And also think initiatives like InnoTribe, which is a community of banks supporting entrepreneurship worldwide, giving startups exposure to the right communities and networks, helps a lot. And obviously, like programs like ours or Barclays Powered by Techstars are, I think, the right tools to even better help entrepreneurs to succeed. This is obviously all supported by the government very well, and then I can compare quite a few ecosystems that in Germany, for example, or in France. I think UK is doing a really good job to really get the right people together in one place to really help entrepreneurs. Especially two organizations we are in contact with a lot. It's Tech UK and then UKTI, who have both very strong departments concerning the financial space, and they are engaging with our communities in the startup world, but also worldwide a lot, to promote financial services technologies in London and to bring entrepreneurs from all over the world to London to really innovate the fintech space. in the fintech space, I think the opportunities are enormous. It's a really hot space at the moment. It's worldwide happening, and again, London is a good place to be there. Having said that, tech giants like Google and Apple are very much in the buying mode, so they are looking for startups they can acquire. And also, obviously, a few other bigger corporates are now introducing the venture arms, so they can do M&A activities. That's also in our program. We see that Lloyds and MasterCard obviously are part of our program, so they actually get to know early stage entrepreneurs and see what's happening on the ground with these activities. And I think from a startup point of view, there's amazing opportunities out there that you can, from really early on, you can connect to the right people and the right corporates and see how you can actually tailor your product around this idea from the corporates and maybe one day be acquired. It's not just anymore the VC game, it's also the corporate and venture fund game that is happening. And I think as a startup, you can go now every direction and find the right customer, the right connection, the right funding. And it's all about interconnectivity. The world grows together, and it's really easy to acquire new customers through the internet, through certain networks, which has been not that easy before.